Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you are doing fine this time. It's an honor for us to be with you in the International Convention of Quality Control Cycle in Japan this year. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. We are Convention QCC team from South Borneo, Indonesia. My name is Imam Antianti Soyo as Management Development. I'm here with Mr. Henry Mulyadi as Main Plant Engineer and Mr. Angli Putra Wijaya as Geotechnical Engineer. The purpose of this presentation is to share our new innovation in coal mining activity. Our company is Pama Persada Nusantara or PAMA, the largest Indonesian coal mining service company with 46% sharing market. Nowadays, PAMA is located on 14 coal mining concession areas in Sumatra and Borneo Islands. Our team works for coal mining concession area of Adalah Indonesia Company or Adalah in South Borneo. For your information, the production of Adalah Indonesia Company, about 78% is exported to another country. The biggest country is Japan. How you can imagine, if the Adalah production get problem, how it will resist the Japan energy?
From 2014 to 2017, wood coal price index had regressed to the lowest point at $49.6 per ton. This condition there, many mining companies in Indonesia stopped operational activity for a long time. It also affected the decreasing of waste material production PAMA target set under. Waste material is income for PAMA, but it's the costly project on ADRO. In 2017, ADRO gave 94 million banks cubic meter waste material production target. Based on the design, 4.58 kilometers of waste PAMA material hauling distance must have been available. The early production target plan is distributed in quarter plans, which is then distributed into material balance composition in each waste dump area. Waste dump area has different material source. Material balance composition is a reference that the quantity must be fulfilled every month. So the distance will meet the plan. Then waste material production will also be achieved. In second semester of 2017, ADRO requests PAMA to reduce more waste material hauling distance and affected the severity of coal price index. The highest production cost of ADRO project is hauling distance. If ADRO sustainability is disturbed, PAMA project would also be affected. PAMA hauling distance was revised from 4.58 kilometers into 4.4 kilometers in the second semester of 2017. By applying this policy, it would cost reduction as much as $25.19 million ADRO cost of revenue. Then PAMA and ADRO analyzed it to get the 4.4 kilometer hauling distance by moving the waste dump area from S56 waste dump area into high wall and in-pit waste dump area. For information, there were many waste dump area in our pits. Next, we analyzed this condition, high wall and in-pit waste dump area. High wall waste dump area was available to be transition source of waste material. There were no constraints and no geotechnical issue. However, in-pit waste dump area was not ready because the area, it was full of mud and the some runoff was still there. And then the sum would potentially resist waste dump capacity 12 billion bank cubic meter approximately. If PAMA would use the mud pond to become waste dump area by conducting normal mining activity, PAMA had to excavate the mud. The problem was ADRO would not pay the mud operational activity due to the project contract agreement. Consequently, it would make PAMA pay $2.59 million as the additional cost of revenue to load 500,000 mud volumes. In these projects, we start the improvement target to reduce waste material emission from 4.58 km into 4.4 km in second semester plan of 2017.
Okay, we conducted 8 steps in this project. In the third step, we analyze the actual condition toward the expected one. Initially, we had to reach the new target of hauling distance in 4.4 kilometers in the second semester of 2017. We could reach the target in one condition, that S56 West Dam area could not be used anymore because it's too far away from this loading point. So we have to remove the dumping area into Impida West Dam area and High Wall in West Dam area. In fact, we got other problems. We found it hard in monitoring the actual fleet distribution, and possibly Impida West Dam area could not be used. We use fishbone diagram analysis to find the root causes. That Impida West Dam area was possibly inactive since the dumping area concentrated in one area. There is in Ranupane-sam. Besides, geotechnically, we couldn't do normal dumping. However, if we load the mud first, we need to pay additional cost expensively, which it was not charged to our customer. Furthermore, the Ranupane-sam catchment area, okay, we will simulate the activity of our mining. This is Ranupane-sam area. The Ranupane-sam catchment area, were not available since the water concentrated there. And the transit material is permeable sand, so it could not flow the water. And then we validate all the problems, and we need to solve the problems so we can reach our new target of 4.4 kilometers. And we did brainstorming discussion to get alternative solutions, and we state 7 solutions to be implemented to shift the dumping area from S56 West Dam area to have the effective fleet distribution monitoring system and the availability of Impida West Dam area to be used safely and costless.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to continue the presentation. I need you to see the slide for detailed visualization. Well, the West Dam material distance should be shortened to distant target of 4.4 km. That's the reason why we created a supported alternative disposal solution to adalah. The question is, how we do that? High Wall 1, RL144, and IPD RL0 are the area we projected as the transition of the West Dam area. We made the design and we did internal geotechnical assessment and adalah project. There was no detailed information about the weekly road distance track plan and daily material balance, and it was a problem. And then the increment was done, and finally we had a better information system, which actually helpful to make the group leader understand the planning. It was the creation of the daily wisdom sequence with detailed information and the problem solved. Jepang is the most effective applicable in our mining system. And it costs only $37,000 per kilometer and also secure from danger of seepage. We installed the geomembrane in many segments as the water separator from the water catchment, which actually flow to Ranupane-sam, driven to Kabasam. We installed the geomembrane is between the water catchment to the Kabasam. Adalah, as our customer, has a many regulation system. One of them is the base of the West Dam area must be freed from the mud material before the dumping activity. If we did that regulation, we have 3 problems: the unpaid mud loading cost, the long duration for the loading activity, which is about 3 to 4 months, and we need the hauler and loader production unit for the loading activity. Then we did our best to solve the problem without making Pamalos the profit. Finally, we had the combination of the sand blanket and counterweight was successful, but the innovative had never been conducted in any coal mining activities in Indonesia, or we can say that it had never been implemented before. So how did we do that? The safety conditions were divided into 2 conditions: the short-term condition and the long-term condition. For the short-term condition, we use sand blanket. It is inspired by drain and undrained condition of the mud material with the compression from the dumping activity. The undrained condition was formed because the dissipation speed of water pressure was slower than the stress condition, so that the undrained condition, water dissipation increased. So the porous material with high permeability was needed to speed up the pore water pressure dissipation, so that the undrained condition would never happen. So for the long-term condition, we use counterweight in the leg of the waste dump area to increase the safety factor. So as our government regulation, the safety factor was much more than 1.2. This method was proposed to Adaro and other overweight, but the safety risk will be PAMA's responsibility, because this is a brand new. This method is a brand new innovation. So PAMA's management sent a letter of commitment to Adaro as a risk guarantee. One part of our mining process is the overburden removal or waste material removal. It consists of loading process, hauling process, and the dumping process and the waste dump area. And this is the input dump in our mining area. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what is sand blanket. Sand blanket is 24-meter thick material, consists pure of sand material, which actually with porosity with high porosity and minimum permeability of 0.01 millimeter per second, which cover 17-meter thick of mud. We dump the sand blanket in the first layer until it covers all of the mud surface. In the second layer, we dump the normal dumping process. The sand blanket will function when there is pressure from the other layer's pressure. So then, the water in the mud material will be released through the sand blanket, so that the water content in the mud material will be reduced maximally. This is the sand blanket and counterweight quality control processes. They are the implementation control of the sand blanket and counterweight compactness, and the geotechnical control conducting by slope stability analysis based on monthly dumping step, and we use monitoring tools to ensure the slope stability.
We need you to watch the video to understand our innovation project. In normal coal mining activity, we had to load the mud material before we use it as the waste dump area. This is the mud material, and then we move it into another area. But Adaro was not, it was not charged to our customer. So we didn't implement it because it's costly. In the second simulation, the costless simulation was conducted to the sum by dumping the waste material into the mud pool. The result was the water accumulation didn't run well, and the change accumulation of the soil was fast, so it affected the crack and big deformation. So we didn't implement it because it's dangerous for the unit operated on the area. And the third simulation, we dump the sand material first in the first layer until it covers the some surface. And then it accelerates the water dissipation and accelerates the consolidation process. After that, we dump the waste material in the second layer to cover the sand material. And it was safe because the safety factor was required above 1.2, and we maintain the slope stability until now. So we implement it because it's safe and we need no added operational cost. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the new hauling distance target of 4.4 kilometers in the second semester of 2017. We also support our customer in the cool business crisis recently. And for your information, we earn about 5.9 million US dollars as our net quality income. Adaro as the customer also get the saving cost about 135,000 US dollars per 1 meter of reducement hauling distance. Then Adaro demand us to do the implementation project in other bids which could not be handled by our competitors. And then we ensure the sustainability of this project by making the control system. And we proudly prove our new innovation in coal mining activity called sand blanket. Okay, thank you for your attention. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you for the presentation. Now I will give the opportunities for the floor to ask questions. Yes.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
How you ensure how you ensure sustainability of your improvement? Thank you.
Okay. We have to ensure the sustainability of this improvement by doing the combination of the same blanket and counterweight improvement. So we couldn't split both of the implementation one by one because it would be the pokayoke for this implementation. So the crack or the landsliding would not be happen.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation.
Okay, arigatou gozaimasu.
Teman-teman.